In the modern landscape of music, where synthesized sound and digital correction often mask genuine skill, one young artist stands alone, wielding a voice so pure it actively challenges the established order. We are talking about Lucy Thomas and her interpretation of One Moment in Time, a performance that is less a cover and more a tactical declaration of war against the status quo. Her emergence is a revolutionary force, and in an era where many retreat into the safety of whisper singing to mask limited range, Thomas moves in the opposite direction. She embraces the high-stakes world of Powerhouse classical crossover with a clarity that signals the era of artificial vocalists is facing an existential threat. This is a high-definition showcase of human potential that dares the listener to find a single flaw in her armor. One Moment in Time remains the undisputed Everest of the vocal world, a composition originally forged by the legendary Whitney Houston to test the absolute limits of the human diaphragm. It is a track that requires not just talent, but an athletic level of lung capacity and a seamless mastery of register transitions that most veteran vocalists avoid out of fear.
For Lucy Thomas to step into this arena is a calculated risk of the highest order. Every note in this performance serves as a strategic maneuver, designed to dismantle the child star label that so often haunts young prodigies. She navigates the terrifying range of the song with a surgical precision that suggests she has already surpassed the technical capabilities of the pop icons currently dominating the charts. The history of the music industry is littered with the remains of talent show winners who vanished into obscurity. Yet, Lucy's failure to secure a victory on The Voice Kids has become the cornerstone of her empire. In a paradoxical twist of fate, that loss was her ultimate liberation. It spared her from the predatory multi-year contracts that typically strip young artists of their creative agency, forcing them into homogenized, commercially safe molds. By escaping the iron grip of corporate gatekeepers, Lucy was granted the rare freedom to build her own identity on her own terms. This independence allowed her to cultivate a sound that is authentic rather than manufactured, proving that sometimes the best way to win the game is to be rejected by the referees. Lucy Thomas has pioneered a revolutionary direct-to-consumer business model that has sent shockwaves through the executive suites of major record labels.
By leveraging digital platforms to connect directly with a global fan base, she has effectively bypassed the traditional industry middlemen who have controlled the flow of music for decades. This level of autonomy is reported to have infuriated industry titans, who are forced to watch from the sidelines as her revenue streams and streaming numbers soar without their interference. She represents a new breed of artist, one who understands that in 2026, the gatekeepers are obsolete if the talent is undeniable. Her success is a terrifying precedent for major labels, demonstrating that an independent artist can rival their multi-million-dollar marketing machines. The power of Lucy's voice is not merely a matter of opinion. It is a documented physiological event. Audiences across the globe consistently report experiencing frisson, the intense chills or goosebumps triggered by profound aesthetic stimuli, specifically during her explosive key changes. This reaction is a testament to her mastery over pitch, dynamics, and the psychological architecture of a song. Her ability to trigger this involuntary physical response in thousands of listeners simultaneously is a skill that cannot be taught. It is the result of a rare alignment between technical perfection and raw emotional resonance. Skeptics claim such clarity must be the result of overprocessing, but those who attend her live shows testify that her acoustic power is even more overwhelming in person.
In an industry that often burns through young voices like disposable fuel, Lucy's longevity is secured by a disciplined, almost secretive adherence to rigorous classical training. Experts who analyze her technique note that she employs specific methods to protect her vocal cords from the catastrophic trauma usually associated with heavy belting. While many pop stars suffer from vocal nodules and permanent damage within years of their debut, Lucy's methodical approach ensures a sustainable career that could span decades. This commitment to vocal health is a characteristic rarely seen in the modern fame machine, which prioritizes immediate viral hits over long-term artistry. Her voice is treated as a high-performance instrument, tuned and guarded with a level of care that suggests she is playing a long game. Success on this scale inevitably attracts institutional resistance, and Lucy Thomas is currently at the center of a silent bidding war that borders on a shadow conflict. Reports suggest that because she refuses to comply with the restrictive politics of major labels, she has been deliberately excluded from certain influential playlists and mainstream awards ceremonies. The industry appears to be treating her as an existential threat, a rogue element that proves the old way of doing business is no longer necessary. This exclusion, however, has only served to galvanize her fanbase, turning her career into a populist movement.
Her supporters see every snub from the establishment as further proof of her authenticity, creating a feedback loop of loyalty that no corporate marketing budget could ever buy. The internet has become a digital battlefield for a vocal civil war centered on Lucy's heritage and age. A faction of purist fans, particularly those protective of Whitney Houston's legacy, argues that a young English singer cannot possibly channel the specific cultural pain and soulful depth of the 1988 original. They view her technical precision as a cult substitute for the grit of the American experience. However, this argument is increasingly overshadowed by the sheer artistry of her execution, which has reportedly earned the respect of those within Whitney's inner circle. Lucy isn't attempting to replicate Whitney's life. She is translating the song's universal message of triumph into a new language for a new generation, proving that true vocal excellence is a universal currency. As 2026 progresses, the rumors surrounding Lucy's next move have reached a fever pitch, with frequent sightings in London's West End and high-level meetings with major film executives. The industry buzz suggests she is being positioned for lead roles in major musical film adaptations, a transition that would elevate her from a digital phenomenon to a global cinematic icon.
Her ability to combine flawless live vocals with a commanding stage presence makes her the holy grail for producers who are tired of casting actors who require heavy studio fixing. If these whispers are true, we are witnessing the birth of a multimedia powerhouse who could dominate both the music charts and the box office, moving beyond a singer to a sought-after talent whose name is discussed among the elite. The final stage of the Lucy Thomas master plan is the transition from a world-class interpreter to a definitive original artist. Sources indicate she is currently finalizing an album of entirely new material, specifically composed to showcase the unique, technically demanding abilities that have become her signature. This project is the ultimate move to silence critics who label her as a cover artist. By creating her own repertoire, she is solidifying an artistic identity that is entirely her own, one that cannot be compared to anyone who came before her. This album is designed to be a proof of concept that pure talent, when backed by shrewd independence and a refusal to compromise, can not only survive but dominate the global system, proving the voice is still the most powerful tool of all.